So we are, I think. Welcome to the stream. We are going to be playing some Ddlc Literature Club. I know this is not exactly. Oh, sorry. That it's not exactly the newest game, but it's still relevant because I've looked it up, and my um uncle here, Dan,
How's it going?
has not even heard of it. So we're gonna give him a little bit of a. What's this? Can you hear? Okay, yeah. Sorry about that. So here's a little description from Monica here, one of the characters in the game.
Well, they can't see the screen, but yeah, you can read it.
Yeah, they'll know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Welcome to the Literature Club. It's always been a dream of mine to make something special out of things I love. Now that you're a club member, you can help me make that dream come true in this cute game. Every day is full of chit chat and fun activities with all my adorable and unique club members. Sayori, this is a description of all the characters. Sayori, the youthful bundle of sunshine who values happiness the most. She's probably the one you'll know the most at the beginning. Natsuki. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. I've heard so many different ways you pronounce it. It's like there's different ways. I'm just gonna say Natsuki. I'm just gonna say Natsuki because I actually found this through a YouTuber, Bijou Mike, when he did his playthrough on it. And so, and he pronounces it Natsuki. I've heard several other people pronounce it Natsuki. I've also heard it pronounced Natsuki. So I'm just gonna call it Natsuki because, yeah. Anyways, Natsuki, the deceivingly cute girl who packs her punch. She's basically she's this stereotypical cute person who does not want to admit it. Yuri, the timid and mysterious one who finds comfort in World of Books. She's the dark and brooding one.
Okay.
Sorry, is the bundle of sunshine. And of course, Monica, the leader of the club. I'm super excited for you to make friends with everyone and help the Literature Club become a more intimate place for all my members. But I can tell already that you're a sweetheart. Will you promise to spend the most time with me? This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. This is your warning right now on the stream. In fact, there's going to be another warning as soon as we start up the game. If you are under 13, click off this video. And if you are easily disturbed, be careful.
Interesting. Okay. So, all right, let's start the game.
Well, because yeah, there's a few dark topics in it.
Okay.
But let's not leave the audience hanging.
All right. So I'm going to get the stream set up here. Let's see if we can get this one going.
Yeah, we're just getting everything set up. Okay, well.
It's not showing it.
We can.
Okay. Window capture.
Sorry, everyone, guys. We're not on our usual setup. We've kind of had to move the setup into here, into this other room. And oh yeah, okay. We had to move into this room. Oh, we might want to resize it because it seems to be going off the page.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They can only see like a corner of it.
All right. Let me just do the. What is it?
Yeah, we're literally kind of jiggered away so that we can make this work. So yeah.
Alright.
So there's another warning on screen. You have been warned. Don't go reporting me. I am saying right now this is not for ages 13 and under.
Alright, desktop audio is muted, which is good.
Or anyone who's easily disturbed.
Okay, I am going to start the game.
Alright, individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have safe experience playing this game. For content warnings, please visit the website that they have there. Before you play, by playing Doki Doki Literature Club or watching the stream, you agree that you are at least 13 years of age and you consent to your exposure of highly disturbing content. Like I said, there's a few
Okay.
few dark subjects. Alright, here.
Okay.
That way I can kind of, because there's certain text thing. So, what all do you know about this game?
0.
Alright, do you know what a visual novel is?
Not really.
Alright, in this context of what this game is supposed to be, it's basically, so all these are supposed to be stereotypical anime waifus.
Okay.
The Sayori, the Bundle of Joy, she's also your childhood friend. Yuri, I don't know the exact terms for them. I'm not exactly the biggest weeb. Let me see if the music is loud or not. Joy, she's also your friend. Yuri, yeah, okay. Sorry about that, guys. And anyways, we'll hop right in this. It's basically, you'll see. So the first part of this might be a little bit lame. Basically, you're trying to see which girl you want to go for. What do you want your name to be? You get to choose what these people call you. These lovely ladies. By the way, for video reasons, these are 18 and over.
Just call me. I can't think of a good name. Let's see. What's Sure. Why not?
Dan pie. Alright.
Maybe capital D.
Yes. Alright. Hey! I see an annoying girl. So basically, the question marks mean you haven't really seen it. And then if there's not something, this is you just thinking in your head.
Okay.
Because I don't think you'll ever see the MC or the main character much. I think there's only like one scene. Anyways, I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. Oh geez, what the heck? That girl is Sayori, my neighbor, and a good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up. I'm not very good at doing their voices, so I'm just gonna try and match their personalities the best I can. I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Do you want to read Dante's parts?
Sure.
Okay. I'll read all the other characters. E. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Dan Pie.
Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something.
Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have in you to be mean even if you want to. So she's basically the, like I said, annoying friend that you've had all your life.
Okay.
Bundle of joy.
Whatever you say, sorry.
We cross the street together and make our way to school. Oh, this is you.
As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute.
By the way, Dan Pie, have you decided on a club to join yet?
A club?
I told you already, I'm really not interested. Oh, wait, that's you.
Oh, I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining the clubs. I haven't been looking either.
That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year.
Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about.
So yeah, she's that friend.
Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime.
So he's your classic weeb or gamer, just kind of introvert gamer anime person. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a neat in a few years because you're not used to the real world.
Don't know what a neat is.
That made more sense in the videos I was watching. I have no idea what that's supposed to be.
Maybe just a loner.
I guess probably something like that.
Or a loser.
You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you.
Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though.
Will you at least promise me you'll try a little?
Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that.
Don't worry, the sun comes up. Yay!
Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her.
I'm gonna go grab a jacket real quick.
Okay.
Sorry, it's
Out of the cold? Okay.
yeah, 1 second. Okay,
I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease my mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside her head.
okay,
The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club.
of course, as every anime weeb.
That's right.
Hello!
Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you. Sorry.
I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed.
You don't need to wait up for me. It's going to make you late for your own club.
Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought,
Know what?
Well, that you could come to my club.
Sayori,
Yeah? So
there's
you're a little
no
bit
way
suspicious.
I'm going to your club.
Me.
Sayori is the vice president of the literature club.
So, yeah, the book club.
Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president.
Sorry, guys. He's been trying to take a drink out of this glass for the last
That's
4
right.
lines. Alright,
That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less.
So, if you haven't caught on yet, she's very big on pleasing others before herself.
Yeah.
Trying to help.
Yeah, I'm going to the anime club.
Come on, please.
Why do you care so much anyway?
Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I'd bring a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything.
Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay?
The day you sold your soul for a cupcake.
Sure.
Yes, let's go!
And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
Okay, this is where you meet everyone, so I'm gonna have to... Everyone, the new member is here!
I told you, don't call me a new member.
Oh wait.
I glance around the room.
Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Danpai, what a nice surprise. It didn't really say this in the description, and he might touch on this, but she's basically your stereotypical popular girl.
Okay.
But with like, it's weird. She's a popular girl, but at least at the beginning she's got more of a friendly attitude than you think.
Okay.
Welcome to the club.
All worlds escape me in this situation. This club. This full of incredibly cute girls.
Incredibly cute girls. Again, 18. They're 18. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it.
Sorry.
Natsuki. Or Natsuki.
The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably her first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori.
You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori said... Oh, that's
Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls.
because that wouldn't look awkward. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say that. Don't say that much. Don't say things like that.
Yuri, who appears comparatively more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you.
Oh, and it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. I don't know what voice to do for her. I might just use my normal voice. That's right. It's great to see you again, Danpai. Because she has a very
Monica
low
smiles
voice.
sweetly. Alright. We don't know each other well. We rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. But we do know each other, sorry.
Yeah.
Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league.
She's supposed to be basically like the perfect girl. Which is funny because you don't really get a route for her in this game.
So, having her smile at me genuinely feels a little...
Oh.
You too, Monica.
Come sit down, Danpai. We made a room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? So sophisticated one.
Yeah. The girls have a few desks arranged in the form of a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori.
So how you know the game so far?
Pretty interesting.
It gets better.
Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. This makes me want cupcakes. I need some real life cupcakes.
Well, if they're as good as they're saying hers are, I bet so. Alright, let's get it cut. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da!
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to read that. Whoa!
Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal dozens of white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears.
So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Which is weird because it's like one of her main traits. Which there's a reason behind that I'll explain later. Well, you know, just hurry and take one.
Sayori grabs one first, then Monica and I follow.
It's delicious.
Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best thing to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glance in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
Why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this before? It's a typical anime thing. Made them for you or anything. I forget the word for it, but there's a certain type in these types of games that always says that line.
Okay.
Or something similar, like, I didn't do it for you or anything, or something like that. That's basically what she is.
Sounds like,
It's like,
what's the
I don't think
show?
it's tsundere. It's,
Yeah, anyways, we can keep going.
Okay.
And I thought you technically did. Sayori said,
Well, maybe. But not like for, you dummy.
"You
That's-
dummy."
Well,
Right.
that's how it's supposed to be said.
Yeah. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray.
You keep a whole... Oh, wait, that's you.
Oh. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom?
Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
I guess.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. Monica, why you gotta jump in like that? That's not...
Insulted, Yuri looks away.
I mean that,
I believe you. Oh, that's good. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea.
So this is kind of the introduction to all the characters where you kind of choose which one you want. So this is probably going to be the longer one before the story actually kicks off.
Alright.
I'm glad.
Yuri finally faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me.
So what made you consider the literature club?
I was afraid of this question.
Yeah, because you really just came for the cupcakes.
Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so...
That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting to everyone.
Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member of any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of a debate club last year?
Well, to be honest, I can't stand the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take some time, or take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into Literature Club, then I'm fulfilling that dream. This is something I really agree with her on. I think that's really good. Okay, Monica is a really great leader.
Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all their effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard and convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes cool events like festivals that much more important. I'm confident, because I think, from what I heard, in Japan or something like that, they have like club festivals for their shows.
Oh,
And it's basically to promote the clubs and everything. So that's basically what they're talking about. They're talking about the festival. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it.
everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they all are so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature.
So, Danpai, what kinds of things do you like to read?
Well,
I guess I should let you think about it.
do I have to answer it? No.
Oh.
Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't have a good way of answering that. Manga?
I'm still not sure exactly what that is. From my understanding, it's like... I'm not exactly sure. I've heard different stories about it. I've never had a chance to really read any or even look at what it is.
I'm pretty sure it's adult anime.
That's what I was thinking, but
Yeah, I'm pretty sure adult. It's
really, because they're, I don't know, it's weird because the way they talk about it here is more like a cutesy kind of thing. Manga.
Oh, like okay, no, never mind. I'm thinking of something else. Manga.
I think
is
you were
just,
thinking of hentai.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of hentai. No, manga is just anime in the form of like a comic book.
Yeah,
So it's just anime. It's a comic book anime style.
So not exactly what you would think of when you think of literature.
Yeah. It's a graphic novel. It's an anime graphic novel.
Yeah. Anyways, that's important to know for this next part.
Okay.
I
muttered quietly to myself, half jokingly. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up.
Don't look down there.
It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile.
So they're kind of like not trying to, but guilt tripping you at this point.
Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And letting a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Oh, and telling.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes lit up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
And she really needs to cut to the chase. But you know, I like a lot of things. I'm sorry, but she like goes on for a list and like, but you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with a deep psychological element usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
I've read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate at the minimal level.
Yeah, like you said, we can probably relate to them more than a lot of people.
At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock.
Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. I mean, she's pretty dark and brooding. I would have totally expected that. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, I just... Natsuki... Oh, wait.
Natsuki's eyes dart over me for a split second.
Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? Ooh. I mean, she's already said she doesn't like being cute. What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! And give it back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just cute as you are. You can tell she's probably like at a bowling party at this point. So Sayori
Slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hand on her shoulders.
Oh. I'm not cute.
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think it's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No.
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Not very confident writer, are you?
I understand that. How Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches into your heart. Which honestly applies to a lot of things. Just sharing to public in general. Do you have a writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I don't know what I'm supposed to say for that.
Just silence.
Yeah.
I guess it's the same for Yuri.
I wanted to read everyone's poems.
We all sit in silence for a moment.
Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at... Oh, that's you.
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica.
Let's all go home and write poems of our own. This is where they kind of implement this into the game, and this is going to be how you like choose which role you're going for, choosing which words relate to each one. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! She's like the only one happy to do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Nantai?
Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem.
What's that?
Now that we're back into the original topic of me joining the club, I've bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would actually join this club.
Very true.
Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs I want to look at, and I lost my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with projected eyes.
But I'm sorry, I thought... Nantai.
I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this?
I mean, to be fair, that is like a very hard decision to be.
That's it. If writing a poem is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls, right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
Yes, I'm so happy!
Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey!
You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would have been super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club.
Thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note and the intro to the game.
Alright.
Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share.
Monica looks over me once more.
Danpai, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah. I can really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills. Or can I really?
Yeah, I was about to say a little confident there.
Yeah. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food.
Hey Danpai, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
That's right, Sarah and I never walked home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for gloves. Sure, might as well.
Yay!
With that, the two of us depart of the club and make our way back home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica.
And of course, Monica.
Yeah. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight.
And thus, the intro to the game is over. So, here's what I find really weird. They hype up Monica so much, but she's not even a choice here.
Nice.
Like, she doesn't have a path. So this is basically, pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem. Basically, this will, make certain scenes happen. I will say there's a way to get all of the scenes to happen, but I don't want to influence you too much.
Okay.
So really this is just kind of choosing who you want to go with. I will say you will get a second chance, but not one.
Okay.
So let's not leave them hanging too much longer. How do I, I forget this thing has like a thing here. Because most of the time I'm just pressing spacebar. Alright, so first word. You have cheeks, imagination. You have 20 words to choose, so which one do you think you want to go for?
Imagination.
Jerry. Doki Doki! The name of the game.
Fear.
Which is weird, that's Sayori.
That is
She's the ball.
Yeah.
The ball of joy. The ball of...
Fluffy.
Which one was that?
The
Natsuki.
Natsuki, yeah.
The baker.
Ambient. Aura. Sounds cool. I like these words.
Basically, you're trying to figure out which...
Dark.
So you're trying to figure out, pick these based on who you want to choose.
Yeah. I'm just looking for words that sound the coolest to me, I guess. Let me see. How about all games? Of course, all games.
Yeah.
Adventure? There we go. I'm gonna go with adventure.
That makes sense for Sarah. Adventure, yeah. Parfait. That's actually a manga that one of these girls are into.
Let me think. Let's do nature. Okay.
I love how he emails one.
Email, nightgown. Let's do anxiety. Why not?
Also, can I bring up, where are these people's parents?
Yeah. Variance, misfortune, treasure, excitement, time, skipping. Misfortune? I don't know. Tenacious? I like tenacious. Infinite. There we go.
So who's been hopping the most?
I don't. We've all kind of even. Maybe horror. No, fantasy. Why not? Okay. Uncontrollable vibrant.
I'm gonna go put my water.
Okay. Vibrant. Vertigo. Bliss. Why not? Extraordinary. And why not? Melancholy. Alright.
I almost
I
walked
did
into
it.
my room. Oh, you finished. Perfect. Okay. Hi again, Dan Pie. This is so weird. Glad to see you. Didn't run away on us.
Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club.
This says the man who said he was gonna try and look for a club and then denied it the next day.
Sick. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out.
Thanks for keeping your promise, Dan Pie. If it seems like I'm going fast, it's because I'm trying to skip over
Yeah,
the
you're good.
parts.
Let's go through it, yeah.
I hope this isn't too overwhelming for commitment, too overwhelming of commitment for you. Making you drive head first into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sorry told me you didn't even want to join any club this year. And last year too. I don't know if you plan just to come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room.
Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga.
Manga is literature!
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki pops back into her seat.
Don't worry, guys. Danpai always gives his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable.
Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once.
Is that so? You two really are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Danpai can be good friends too. So, which girl do you think you relate to most?
I honestly don't know. They're all hopping a lot, so I don't remember.
Well, I mean, like you.
Oh, probably the purple hair.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's a lot. Yeah, she seems like she'd be kind of
My
your wife.
Yeah.
How come? You and Danpai can be good friends too. She's very easily embarrassed, I've seen.
Sayori?
Hmm?
Silence. As usually, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just slipped into.
Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori?
Me?
Not really. Don't be shy.
Yeah.
It's really nothing.
What is it?
Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? That's weird. I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking.
I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation.
Yes, she put you in the situation, leaves it to you.
Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what.
Is that so?
Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be.
Alright. Well, here. Yuri. Oh, that's right.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted.
This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book that she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is almost buried in a book, or is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for the chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around the closet.
Alright, which one?
I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more.
So, she was the main one out of the poem.
Okay.
Or at least that's what it looks like.
But at the same time, I feel bad for distracting her from her reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be the first few pages.
She seems to be on.
Yeah, on the first few pages.
So this music usually comes up when it's kind of a one-on-one.
Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and her eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable.
Oh, it's fine. I don't know. I'm trying to go for like a kind of soothing, like low voice.
Oh, you're good.
If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't even have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so.
That's the book you gave me, right?
I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason.
Just curious. How come you have two copies of the same book?
Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them.
I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go.
Obviously, I don't think she's rereading it, and she got it, like, just for you.
I'll definitely start reading it soon.
I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story.
Is that so? What's it about anyway?
Well...
Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes back over the back.
The book is... Oh, sorry.
The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover.
Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart.
That's kind of dark, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came out of nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden.
Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Dan Pie?
No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kind of stories, so don't worry.
I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different.
It's just that those kind of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange, new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in, then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, no.
Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. Basically, she gets lost in her books.
I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The last thing I can do is listen. The least thing I can do. It's a literature club after all.
That's true.
In fact, I might as well get started reading it right now, I guess. I don't know.
Reading it right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't have to.
What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it.
Her face. They make some funny facial expressions.
Let me just get the book. I quickly trade the book that I had put in my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is reading in company with someone.
I see. Well, Just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
Alright.
I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand that Yuri means what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
So sorry. I was just...
Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you?
I do. I do? I didn't really mean to. Sorry. I mean...
Haha. Here. This should work, right? I slid my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them.
Don't worry, nothing happens here. I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closed her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page.
Here.
Yes, sir. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Ah. I do the same with my right arm and on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. As if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready?
Oh, are you ready? To turn the page.
Oh, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? Man, kind of a burn. I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she's finished the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition.
Yeah, I think that's what it is, which I think is pretty much like speed or whatever.
Yeah. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me a little bit of you.
You think so? How does she?
Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she's also second guessing all the things that she says and does. Like, she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms.
I see.
You remain silent for a moment.
But Danpai... Oh, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that.
Wait. I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I meant more as kind of cute.
What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. You guys are having this moment. She just pops up out of nowhere. Come on. I think it's about time we share today's poems. We forgot all about that. We might not have enough time if we wait too long.
Oh, Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thoughts.
Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not that. It's fine.
Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you?
I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way.
In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know?
That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Yes, 2 chapters in one night.
Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left the book and then slip it back in my bag.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never done this before. Well, okay. Me too.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait!
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook.
As you can tell, she's a little clumsy.
On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself.
Alright, who do we want to read first?
Who should I show my poem type to first?
This part really doesn't matter, just depends on who you want to read first. The poems, I will say the poems do have a little bit to do with the story.
Let's do Natsuki.
Natsuki, the cute, completely adult one.
Someone just called.
What? Who did? Oh, there is a new beer though.
I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. Carver.
Oh, why didn't it show here? That's
It's
so
probably
weird.
only fair if I shared mine with her first.
So no. Carver, if you haven't read this yet, I'm very surprised. Okay, so we have, I don't know what's going on there. Basically, this is Doki Doki Literature Club. He hasn't heard of it before, and let's just watch till the end. So yeah, we're trying to get through the slow part.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just have the
How much longer until we get past the slow part?
We're about halfway through the slow part.
Oh, not the entire game. Or how
Yes and no.
much? Okay.
I can't say too much more than that.
Because it's already been like an hour, so I'm just trying to figure out how much longer we have.
Yeah, this game's like 2.5 hours. Maybe a tiny more than that. It depends on how fast we go. So that's why I'm trying to go through this part fast. Once we get past this first part, though, it should go pretty fast.
Okay.
Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. She's commenting back here. That's a little
blunt.
Oh, sorry. I keep forgetting to read the names. I just see the picture. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It's just to invoke any emotions.
So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste.
Do you want to get smacked?
I'll pass.
Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Alright. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it.
Alright.
Which there is a little bit of meaning to that if you can kind of figure it out. I'm surprised you're playing a game like this. You'll see why in a little bit. You'll see why. I swear. Basically saying that animals and stuff can do all these things, but we can try. There's nothing that really defines this other than we try to do all this stuff.
Carver's so confused.
Have you not heard of Doki Doki?
Alright, let's keep going.
I swear, there's a huge fan base behind it. I swear. Alright. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What?
Just
be honest.
I am.
Why are you... Oh.
Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. There's also another.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about the simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it flat on purpose. Because you didn't rhyme at the end. Mm-hmm. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. It does bring attention to it.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I didn't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I wouldn't take that away from her.
Alright, who next?
Just pick a random one, I guess.
Alright. This is a little bit of a funny one, so...
This is a good poem, Dan.
Oh. Are you sure it's your first time?
Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time?
Oh, I guess you're right. But that's why it's impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that... Well, I guess I can turn this off now because we have that. I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Alright, well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, didn't I? Deep down, you're really not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. Not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that, then.
Yay, now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
We'll see about that.
Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my mind is
Blinds.
in my blinds in the morning. It makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast.
Alright. Sayori, this is just a guess, but
Carver, please, just wait. I swear. Okay, Carver, go look up Doki Doki endings, and you'll see what's about to come.
did you wait until this morning to write this?
No, just a little bit.
You can answer just a little bit and to a yes or no question.
Oh,
or
you
you can't answer.
I forgot to do it last night, and she was telling you like that she thought you weren't gonna do it.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late to school.
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monica's the best. That was so weird.
Yeah.
But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I'll look forward to it.
Yeah, after this the story progresses. So.
Okay.
There are gonna be a few more poems, but the story does start progressing, I guess.
As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. Oh, yeah.
Exceptional.
What was that?
Did I say that out loud? Yuri. Oh.
Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face.
I guess you're not that good at writing poems. He's going to hate me.
You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Uh-huh.
Yuri takes a breath.
So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before.
Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really.
Huh?
Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again.
Well, I know that. I just mean,
Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly.
Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think that most noticeable thing to recognize is new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result that both the styles and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train... Oh, that's you.
Alright, once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Demeanor, sorry. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even simple poems. Yeah, because it's taking long, that's why I was saying we might do this in like a couple parts if you want to continue doing this. Because I swear, it does get better. It does get better. Like I said, it's just boring. It's a little slow at the beginning.
I just love Carver. WTF?
Yeah, I think he's not here now because I told him to go view the endings. I hope he doesn't spoil it when he gets back. Not just finding them, but building them. But getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that someone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a bit biased though.
Biased how?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamingly as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't it supposed to be the literature club?
Jeez.
Ghosts under the light.
The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. That's bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to love withstood to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I battle calm breathing air of the present, but living in the past. Like flickers, I flicker back. Yeah. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
Yeah, she does not have terrible handwriting. She's got better handwriting than me.
Yeah.
But it took you so
long to read.
Yeah, because it's so good.
Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Yeah, that's her mild.
Okay. Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Uh-huh. I mean, she said she's into horror.
Actually.
Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, Dan Pie.
Really? I must have totally missed that point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poems often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their works. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
It's nothing really. Yours impressive too.
Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you.
You think so?
Yeah, of course.
You know, I was really nervous about doing all of this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Dan Pie.
Me too.
So you definitely picked her route. Alright, and then Monica, the popular one.
Alright.
Hi, Danpai. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good. Glad to hear it. Maybe we need to IRL if you can't pronounce stuff. Well, okay. Some of this stuff is pronounced differently in other streams. Also, don't ruin any of the endings if you looked at it. Please don't. I highly suggest if you don't understand what's going on to do that. If you don't want to just watch this. Anyways, by the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up.
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up.
So yeah, she's basically like the helper, I guess. Like,
I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
anyway, want to share your poems with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Danpai. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Very soon.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem.
Great job, Danpai. I was going, oh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I don't expect you to go for something too deep. I guess I underestimated you.
It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low.
That's true.
That way, it always counts when I put in some effort.
That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked. Anyway, you know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it and just by the feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. See, I got that one right, Carver. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked, though.
I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet.
Don't worry so much about it. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It'll take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now?
No.
Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Yeah, Monica.
Try.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know.
I see. Well, let's read it then.
Hole in the wall. Alright, this does have to do with the story. You might not realize it till later. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction that
The spackle protrudes.
Oh, the direction the spackle protrudes, a noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like film left out in the sun, but it's too late. My retinas, always scorched with permanent copy of meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretched forever. Oh, jeez. How do I...
2 fingers broken where you
It wasn't letting me do it. Alright, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. So what do you think?
It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the
inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany lately. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. Monica sus.
Yeah.
I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, it'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Phew. I guess that's everyone.
So
Glance around the room.
we're getting to the end of the day now.
That was a little more stressful than I anticipated.
So we're pretty much over halfway with the first part.
This is just everyone stretching me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sighed. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sarah and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. I gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I wasn't trying to say something... I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have had someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Danpai did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particular inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Dan Pye liked my poem too, you know, so now they're fighting over you. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly that's you. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what I... This song happens every time something, like, weird is going on. You're just... Yuri
stands up as well.
Sorry, I'm just trying to go through it so fast.
You're good.
Maybe you're just jealous that Dan Pye appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was that full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one who's, you know what's magically grew size bigger as soon as Dan Pye started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This does involve you. Yeah, Monica. I don't like fighting guys.
Suddenly both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there.
Dan Pye. She's trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader and force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Dan Pye. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meanings the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Dan Pye? Oh, I'm out of breath. Well...
How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I knew anything about writing. But whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course, it's going to be...
So you can either help Natsuki, Yuri, or get Sayori to help you.
Just do Natsuki.
Natsuki? Alright.
Yuri? You're really talented? Natsuki has a point. Oh, yeah. I think that I racked my brain in an attempt to back myself up. I think that conveying feelings with few words can be just as impressive as well. It lets the reader's imagination take over. And Natsuki's poem did a really good job at that. Yeah. I did, didn't it?
Oh, it did, didn't it?
Yep.
Shows how much you know. That's not...
Oh, Natsuki. I think that's enough.
Huh? Me? But she was the one, she was so mean to me.
Natsuki's voice whines. Look, what we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is really a personal thing, and sharing it can definitely be hard. It looks like we learned that today. Even small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. I glanced over my shoulder. Sayori was nodding vigorously. Yeah, so you don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Natsuki's voice gets caught in surprise.
Thanks for nothing.
Noticing.
Or for noticing.
She finally mutters that, barely audible. Yuri? Yuri looks face like that, I can't help but feel bad for her as well. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean anything she said.
Oh,
Oh, sorry. So you don't need to feel threatened either.
well, if you say so. Hey, it's not like you need to apologize for me, damn high. Sheesh.
Natsuki takes a breath.
The thing about,
Oh, Natsuki glances around the room.
would everyone stop staring at me?
Unsurprisingly, Natsuki has a harder time with it than she posted. Sari and Monica look away.
Anyway, the thing about, I didn't mean it, okay?
Boobs.
It's so weird.
Just so you can say it.
That's all. Natsuki looked. Oh, that's you.
Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with anyone.
Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri.
Sayori?
I'll go make some tea. I was just trying to help.
I'm sure she'd appreciate it, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder.
And here's Monica. Well, now that we're past things, everyone's read each other's poems, right? I hope that it was worthwhile for everyone, especially you, Dampai. And to be honest, it's a nice change of pace from the lazying around we got a little too used to.
So my joining the club was responsible for ruining the atmosphere.
No, not at all. Not at all. There's still time before we go home, so we'll relax a bit. Of course, besides chatting, we do a little literature-related things in the club room. So maybe you can take the chance to pick up a book or do some writing. After all, that's what the club is for. I disagree, Monica. And what about what? That's not the most important thing about the literature club. The most important thing is having fun. Ah, of course. Well, I guess that's why you're the vice president, Sayori.
Well, in the end though, Monica's right. Being in a literature club probably means I can't spend all my time doing nothing. But in the end, I guess it's been worth it so far.
Okay, everyone. It's about time for us to leave. How did you enjoy, or how did you feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it, even though I got into an argument. It was alright, well, mostly. Dampai, how about you?
Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone.
Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you'll learn something from your friends, too. Or you learn something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better.
I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poem everyone likes.
That's true.
With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination.
Dampai, ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It's truly been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together.
So now the story starts to pick up.
I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori? About what happened earlier.
What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki.
Does
that kind of thing happen often?
No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise, they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you.
Phew. You know, Dampai, it's nice that I can spend so much time with you in the club. but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too.
That's
Every day is going to be so much fun.
sigh. It looks like Siri still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, I'll just have to see what the future holds, Siri. I pat Siri on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Siri as an internal monologue sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do this.
I'm surprised you didn't ask the thing.
Alright, so I think we should take a break.
Alright.
Maybe part 2 this thing.
Alright.
We're like an hour and almost 2 hours into this thing.
Yeah.
So let's do a part 2.
Yeah. So
Go to save at the bottom.
where is try not to accidentally press, oh yeah, we will need to remember for this.
Okay. Alright, then you can quit if you want.
Okay. If you enjoyed, next time we'll definitely be cutting in more towards the ending, where things start to get a little bit more interesting. Part 1 is probably the more slower part of it, and yeah.
Yeah, I'm interested to see where this goes because it's very interesting.
See, that's how most the visual novels are.
Okay.
How the first part is.
You're hyping this thing up a lot, so I just hope that it actually does end up pretty decent. Because it's very interesting thus far.
Yeah.
So it's just
I wasn't expecting you to exactly be thrilled about the first part.
Yeah.
So I just kind of want to get your reaction because I know the second part you're gonna love, or maybe not love, but you'll definitely get a good
reaction.
Yes, a good reaction. That's the best way to put it.
All right.
So I promise not to keep you hanging any longer.
Okay, part 2. We'll try and do it tomorrow.
All right.
At some time.
Yes, there will probably most likely be a part 3.
Okay. Part 2.
Part 2, things will get interesting. So definitely see that. I don't normally do this kind of content here, but I'm sure if you know what Ddlc is, you'll understand why I'm doing it.
Obviously, Carver doesn't know. I mean, I don't know either, but
I'm so surprised Carver hasn't at least heard of it. You, I can understand, but that's weird.
That's funny.
We'll
see. I'm not gonna spoil anything by looking into it, so.
Good. We should probably check the game files. Make sure anything hasn't changed in there.
Oh, okay.
So we need to go to the Steam page. We don't have it to where we can show it, do we?
No.
Okay, that's fine. They'll probably already know. I know it's in properties. It's in properties. I think.
Local files.
Local files, and then browse local files. Yeah. Okay. So there's actually a few secrets. You want to see a quick secret?
Sure.
Okay, so, actually, you know what, I'll wait for that one, because I don't know if that affects the game at all.
Okay.
I know that, okay. I don't think that there's anything new yet.
Okay.
But there will be.
Alright.
Anyways, if you enjoyed, this has been, I I guess you could say another fire game. Definitely again an unusual one for this channel, but you know what? It's gonna be worth it.
Carver asked, "What's that supposed to mean?"
What's supposed to mean? I mean, I've put a lot of things in here that could be related to. Why are you so surprised that I don't know?
I don't think he's looked at the ending or something. I don't know. There's supposed to be some kind of crazy ending, but
Carver, if you don't want to be like, if you don't want to wait till part 2 to figure out why I'm kind of
he's
hyping
asking
this up.
why are you surprised he doesn't know what it is?
Yeah. Well, just because there's a lot of people who know what this is. It was like a really popular thing. Like, all the big YouTubers were playing it. That's why I'm so surprised so many people don't know about it. Like, I literally see people still doing playlists today about it.
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
Like, Jacksepticeye, Markiplier did one.
Oh, he did it?
PewDiePie did a video series on it.
Nice.
Like, that's why I'm surprised you guys don't know about it. But, anyways, yeah. Things will get a lot more out there.
Cool.
So
don't ruin anything.
Yeah.
Right.
If you don't want to, wait for part 2, or you feel like this is going too slow, go check out some playlists. I already mentioned a few YouTubers who did it. My favorite is Bijou Mike. And you'll kind of get a better feel as to why I want to show this. Anyways, yeah. This has been another game. Do you want to say anything?
See you in the next one.
Nice. All right. Bye. Also, there's no intro and outro music because we're not on my normal setup. So.